Well, welcome back all my pack members, degenerates, and deplorables to another episode of Lewd Lycanthrope, where we embrace the chaos, howl at the moon, and dissect the absolute madness that is the internet. And today, we're diving into the undisputed king of political trolling, the orange enigma himself. That's right, folks, President Donald J. Trump. Now, love him or loathe him, you can't deny the man has a comedic timing of a seasoned internet gremlin. From late-night Twitter meltdowns to casual roasting world leaders, it's kind of like the man's in a constant Call of Duty lobby. Trump has turned political discourse into a never-ending reality show. And guess what? We're all contestants. Whether he's declaring war on pop stars, dropping bizarre nicknames like he's an RPG character, or just making world leaders question their life choices mid-handshake, Trump's trolling is the gift that truly keeps on giving. So grab your tinfoil hats and your emotional support dogs, and let's break down some of his most legendary roasts.
I heard the other night at the debate, they asked Ted Cruz, serious question, well, what do you think of waterboarding? Is it okay? And honestly, I thought he'd say absolutely, and he didn't. He said, well, he's concerned about the answer, because some people, she just said a terrible thing. You know what she said? Shout it out, because I don't want to... Okay, you're not allowed to say, and I never expect to hear that from you again. She said, I never expect to hear that from you again. She said he's a pussy. That's terrible. Terrible.
Yes. A completely normal, dignified political rally. Well, until someone in the crowd yells that Ted Cruz is, well, let's just say a very delicate feline. Now, any regular politician would pretend not to hear it, but Trump? Oh no. He leans in like a reality show host stirring the pot. Say that again louder, ma'am. Say it louder. And then, like a town crier with zero filter, he just proudly announces it to the whole crowd. At this point, his rallies aren't speeches. They're interactive roast battles. And honestly, I gotta give it a 10 out of 10 for entertainment.
She's a crooked person. She's a bad person. Evil. She's an evil, sick, crazy. Bad. Oh, no. It starts with a B, but I won't say it. I want to say it.
Oh, my God. Did Trump just call Kamala Harris evil and sick? Well, that was classic Donald J. Trump pre-election. It's like he was auditioning for a stand-up gig rather than a political rally. Honestly, who needs Netflix when you've got Trump throwing shade like it's confetti? But at least he's keeping the political commentary entertaining these days. I mean, who says politicians can't have a little fun while they're out there slinging mud at one another?
Somebody screamed out, "He's a fat pig." And I said, "Sir," and you know you're not allowed to use the fat word. If you use the fat word, you're essentially out of politics, right? There are certain words you can't. You can say obese, but you can't say fat. I think obese is probably worse. But you can't use the fat. But a person shouted out, "He's a fat pig, sir." And I said, "Sir, never ever call Chris Christie a fat pig, ever. He is not a fat pig."
He may go down as the greatest troll of all time.
Oh my God. Watching this felt like being in the front row of a comedy show where the headliner has zero filters. Definitely a classic Trump moment. Him roasting Chris Christie while the political correctness crowd clutched their pearls is nothing but pure gold. It's kind of like a vegan lecturing a steakhouse on moral superiority. The irony? Well, it's delicious. Meanwhile, the media plays whack-a-mole trying to catch every zinger he throws out as well. I mean, honestly, who needs a drama series when you've got Trump making the establishment squirm and laugh at the same time? It's kind of like watching a master improv artist at work. And we're all just here with the popcorn eating it up.
Have you ever seen that video?
No.
This is what people love about Donald Trump. The fact that he would say this.
There's a group called White Dudes for Harris. Have you seen this? Are some of you here White Dudes for Harris? Doesn't sound like it. But I'm not worried about them at all because their wives and their wives' lovers are all voting for me.
Wow. The Democrats managed to launch the White Dudes for Harris Club. And that was a stunning display of diversity, let me tell you. I can just picture these khaki-clad knights riding in on their electric scooters, ready to save the world with their passionate debates over organic chicken. Let's not forget the Dems' grand strategy of thinking every wife is just dying to vote for them, while, you know, their boyfriend, well, they might be quietly shaking their head in disbelief. Honestly, if their idea of winning was relying on dudes with polo shirts, they might as well hand out participation trophies for just showing up. Bravo, Democrats. You truly redefined low expectations.
Is this your mugshot?
You're a gangster. This is what we're reduced to.
Should we put them on now?
It sells. Well, Elvis had one, Frank Sinatra had one, but we've eclipsed them. A long time ago, we've eclipsed them.
Well, while Trump's giving out hysterical mugshot t-shirts in the Oval Office, the Dems are probably busy crafting another serious manifesto about him that absolutely nobody's going to read. Meanwhile, they're still trying to explain why their policies led to skyrocketing cost of living prices over the last 4 years. Maybe they should try selling some merch like old DJT. That's right, folks, get your sad and serious shirts here. Perfect for those long, depressing nights after losing elections.
Rob, pull up one of the clips with Trump and Schultz.
Over the last week, I have to, when we talk about funny or sad, I think it's more sad than funny.
Yeah.
He has one ability I don't have.
Yeah.
He sleeps. He can sleep. This guy goes on a beach and he lays down on one of those, 6 ounce. They weigh 6 ounces and you can't lift it. They're meant for children.
Yeah.
Young people and old people to lift.
Yeah.
They're aluminum, hollow aluminum.
Yeah.
They weigh very little, and he can't lift. And somebody convinced him he looks good in a bathing suit. And when you're 82, typically bathing suits aren't going to make you look great.
Right.
You're not going to be enhanced. Yeah. All right? It's just one of those things. I can't be sure about that, but typically,
Depends what he's packing. He could.
I don't know what the hell he's packing, but I don't want to know either.
It is certainly hard to deny that Trump had a field day observing Biden struggle with a 6-ounce chair, questioning how the former president could have difficulty with such a simple task. It's a quintessential move that we've seen from Trump time and time again, using humor to underscore what he perceives as Biden's weaknesses, all while promoting his own image as a stronger leader. Mr. Trump, we all know you're a stronger leader than Biden, but keep the comedy coming.
It's like, this is what people love about Donald Trump. The fact that he would say this.
Mr. President, can you just respond to Kamala Harris's campaign attacking you for being in this town because they say there were white supremacists here a month ago? The town condemned it.
Who was here in 2021?
Joe Biden.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
If you don't think Trump's response was a masterclass in dodgeball, then I have no idea what to tell you. I mean, why deal with those pesky accusations of white supremacy when you can just pivot to the past and show the facts? I mean, who needs actual answers when you can just keep everyone guessing and laughing? It's kind of like he was hosting a game show called Avoid the Question. Well, avoid the dumbass question. Tune in for more twists, folks.
You against what Trump said here.
This is what people love about Donald Trump. The fact that he would say this.
You got a $50 million airplane. You got a $29 million gorgeous helicopter. Many of them brand new, literally out of the box. You think it's cheaper to leave it there than it is to fill it up with a half a tank of gas and fly it into Pakistan or fly it back to our country? Yes, sir. We think it's cheaper, sir. That's when I realized he was a fucking idiot.
You know, I'd love to say that this was shocking, but at the end of the day, it was not even astonishing how the Democrats managed to turn this military operation into a complete shit show. Their handling of the logistics on this was kind of like watching a toddler trying to assemble IKEA furniture. Trump came in, offered common sense solutions, and Biden and his team, they just seemed lost and inept. Which, is kind of the look they were going for the entire term anyway. At the end of the day, I'm kind of surprised that Biden didn't send a nuclear-powered submarine over to Somalia and park it on a beach and go, "Hey, pirates! Hey, we don't need this sub anymore, so we figure we drop it off for you guys to use. But, make sure you don't use it to attack us. Oh, those nuclear weapons in it? Nah, we're not worried about that. If anything, we'll come back later to get that." What a complete bunch of morons.
Where am I going? Where the hell am I going? I want to get out. Oh, no, over there, over there.
Now look, I ain't gonna lie. Listening to Trump poke fun at Biden the wandering moron was priceless. Biden was a lot like a Gen Zer without a GPS in their car. Constantly lost. And his attempts to exit a stage on most days kind of looked like a scavenger hunt for the crapper. I think back then one of his staffers should have probably drew him up a map before attending any event. Honestly, America deserved a leader back then that not only knew who he was, but where he was. And it probably wouldn't have hurt if it was before the man got up on stage.
This video proves Trump is just genuinely hilarious.
But Americans are not struggling. This is the worst platform. Who put this stage up here? This is the worst. The frickin' place is falling down. I notice it keeps tilting further left. Like too many other things.
Just another prime example of how the POTUS can for sure take lemons and turn it into lemonade. All the while throwing in a nice couple jabs there at the old libs. I'll tell you what, it's funny whenever the reality TV host side of Trump comes out. You never know what you're going to get.
This is funny.
Move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more border patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look.
Yeah, I too, like most Americans, was also watching that debate. And I can only say one thing. I'm glad the bathroom in my house was close enough because I almost pissed myself laughing when this one happened. It was sad. The fact that they let this man stand up on stage and take the verbal ass whooping from Donald Trump that he took was astonishing. But I think as most of us seen, the Dems had plans to remove him anyway, and this was just their crutch to be able to make it happen. Yeah, you know what? Either way, comedy gold, however you look at it. And there you have it, my friends. Donald J. Trump, the internet's undefeated heavyweight troll. A man who treats politics like a WWE promo and diplomacy like a Twitter feud. Whether he's roasting world leaders, dunking on celebrities, or just casually redefining what it means to be presidential, one thing's for sure. Love him or hate him, he knows how to keep the timeline spicy. But hey, in a world where politics is basically just reality TV with worse outfits, maybe we should all take a page out of Trump's playbook. Throw out some wild takes. Give everyone ridiculous nicknames. Maybe remind the world that sometimes chaos is just part of the fun. Anyway, that's it for today's episode. But hey, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, or I might just send a werewolf to troll you in your dreams. And as always, stay loud, stay lewd, stay furry, my friends. We'll catch you in the next video.